the man never imagined. His own slime possessed the talent to forge weapons, especially after receiving the blessing of the forging god. It could craft any blade Jack desired, simply by swallowing materials and shaping them within its body. To dissect the earth dragon and feast on its flesh, Jack ventured to the labyrinth city seeking help, but when they obediently joined the queue, they terrified everyone ahead. After all, who wouldn't be frightened by a dragon and a wolf? Even the guards immediately went on high alert. Jack had no choice but to produce his identification and explain that both creatures were his contracted familiars. Just then, a blonde man approached. Aelant, the very person Jack sought for the dragon dissection. It turned out he'd already received word that someone with rare familiars would be coming, so he'd come to greet them personally. He then led Jack to his guild, and specially prepared a magic-infused branch for the fairy dragon, having heard it would only rest on such trees. Yet when he looked at the fairy dragon, he found it sitting on the sofa. Aland immediately recorded this discovery. Following documented lore, he presented the fairy dragon's favorite food, but it remained unmoved. Thrilled by this new discovery, Aland recorded it meticulously. Later, Aland brought Jack to a warehouse to prepare for dissecting the earth dragon. 200 years ago, Aland was merely a B-rank adventurer. His rank was too low to participate in dragon hunts, and even the task of dissecting slain dragons was beyond his reach. Driven by this, he trained relentlessly to ascend to S-rank as Aland. Yet dragon hunts had ceased to exist. Now, he could personally dissect an earth dragon. He vowed to document the process flawlessly. Aland remained fixated on the fairy dragon's refusal to eat nectar. He asked Jack what they usually fed it, but Jack couldn't specify any particular food. After all, they ate together daily. Whatever Jack prepared, the dragon consumed. At that moment, the fairy dragon telepathically informed Jack it had never heard of nectar. In truth, the fairy dragon clan wasn't picky eaters, though they did prefer meat. Jack relayed the fairy dragon's words to Aland, adding that they could communicate telepathically. This revelation shattered Aland's worldview once more. He'd never heard of anyone speaking with dragons before. Just then, the demon wolf urged Aland to hurry with the dissection, as he was eager to eat the meat. He mentioned the fairy dragon would eat it too, which stunned Aland yet again. He begged Jack to let him share in the earth dragon meat, offering all his possessions as payment. The demon wolf agreed that if Aland could properly prepare the dragon, he might receive a portion. By dusk, Jack was too exhausted to cook. Weary from Aland's relentless questioning about the earth dragon, he decided to cut corners this once, ordering a hot pot meal kit from an online supermarket, along with pre-cut vegetables. First, he placed the vegetables around the pot's edge, then set the meat in the center. Next, he poured sauce along the pot's rim to simmer everything. Once the meat puffed up, it was time to flip it. Soon, a pot of delicious mutton was ready. They couldn't wait to dig in. Surprisingly, even the vegetables tasted amazing. After finishing one pot, they immediately wanted another. Once full and satisfied, Jack decided on a light dessert to cut the richness. But before Jack could take a bite, the three familiars swooped in. After devouring one, they still weren't satisfied and begged for more. Early the next morning, Jack arrived at the guild. To his surprise, Aland had spent the entire night measuring and examining the dragon. Only now was he ready to begin the dissection. Since the earth dragon's skin was exceptionally tough, special tools were required. For this, Aland produced his treasured mithril knife. But when he made the first cut, an accident occurred. Given the current situation, only higher quality tools could dissect the earth dragon. Thinking of waiting all night without tasting its meat, the demon wolf was utterly devastated. To console him, Jack decided to prepare a quick yet nutritious meal. First, he stir-fried thinly sliced pork until cooked. Then he added yesterday's leftover vegetables. Next came seasonings and sesame oil. After thorough stir-frying, he poured in white rice. Finally, he topped it with a soft-boiled egg. The delicious pork kimchi rice bowl was complete. The demon wolf devoured it in huge bites. The slime and fairy dragon also ate with relish. Only Jack remained preoccupied with dissecting the giant dragon. At that moment, two deities noticed Jack's presence. One of them happened to be the forging god. With his blessing, the quality of forged blades would improve. Both deities, eager for offerings from this foreign realm, immediately offered to bless Jack. Yet the forging god observed Jack possessed no talent for smithing. Instead, the slime beside him showed great potential. The war god could grant combat prowess, but Jack had no interest in that, so he ceded it to the fairy dragon and demon wolf. After the blessings were completed, the gods received their offerings. Jack then checked the slime stats panel. Sure enough, a new forging skill had appeared. He retrieved some mithril from his inventory and asked the slime to craft a blade. The slime swiftly produced a high-quality weapon. With this, tasting earth dragon meat should be just around the corner.